Good morning, everybody. Pastor Stitch, Narrow Path Christian Church, BC, Bay City, Michigan. Welcome to the Biker Devotional. So I am really glad to be able to be here today. Feeling refreshed, and that's really strange because not a whole lot has changed, but feeling refreshed today, which means that I'm closer to God. And I know that process is something that I strive for every day. And I hope it is something that you strive for as well. There are some days I feel closer than others, but, I get in the way, is I guess what I'm trying to say. This morning as I was reading through my devotions and praying and reading through my Proverbs of the day, because it is the 21st of July, and so I read chapter 21. And I was reading in verse 11, and I really keyed in on that verse this morning. And I thought, you know what, I want to talk about that. And as I was reading it, I thought this one thing. And that is that you have to learn. Have you ever heard the phrase, I guess is what I'm saying, learn from my mistakes? Somebody's teaching you and they're guiding you, and they say, I need you to learn from my mistakes. It's frustrating, isn't it? Because while you know that you want to experience that lesson without the pain, if you're anything like me, you're less likely to do that. But the reality is that is a good statement, and if we can apply those lessons, we really grow. Today in verse 11 of Proverbs 21, the verse says, when a mocker is punished, the inexperienced becomes wise. When one teaches a wise man, he acquires knowledge. And I was reading that this morning, and I was really thinking it through. And I went and I looked at the Hebrew the words that are here and tried to pull the depth out of it a little bit more. And the word we translate mocker today actually can also be translated teacher. It's the word lutz, and I don't speak Hebrew, so I probably butchered how that's pronounced. But the meaning, it is so much greater than just being a mocker. It's someone who is in a position to, can also be someone who's in a position to teach. And if we think about it that way, it can actually expand this message just a little bit more. If we read it this way, instead of when a mocker is punished, the inexperienced becomes wiser, we read it now, when a teacher is punished, the inexperienced or the simple become wise. And when one teaches a wise man, he acquires knowledge. And I got to thinking about that. When someone who is in a position to lead us, to teach us, experiences a problem, they don't hide it from you, but they let you see what they go through. You that don't have that experience can get wisdom from that, right? And as you get wisdom from that, you can acquire knowledge. And so if we read this verse 11, when a mocker is punished, the inexperienced becomes wise. And when a teacher is wise, when one teaches a wise man, he acquires knowledge. And we read it this way, when a teacher is punished, the simple become wiser. And when one teaches a wise man, he acquires knowledge. Pay attention to those people when they say, learn from my mistakes. Apply it. Learn from it. Because there's power in that wisdom. And once you have that wisdom, you'll gain knowledge. And the beginning of wisdom, Solomon says, is the fear of the Lord. Always put him first. I love you all. I hope you have a great day. God bless.